Over 70? Take this number one seed to boost blood flow in your legs 1000 apex. Doctors are shocked. Mandel. A startling observation was made during a capillary refill test in my office. Blood took a full 7 seconds to reach the toes of a 73-year-old gentleman, a duration significantly longer than the typical under 2-second benchmark. This indicated that his legs were receiving only about 30% of the blood they critically needed, with the remaining blood unable to navigate through severely compromised vessels. The internal structure of these vascular pathways had been effectively destroyed, leading to such poor circulation. His struggle was evident as he attempted to walk just 40 feet down my hallway, stopping twice to catch his breath. This gentleman was already taking 3 medications: a blood thinner, a statin, and a vasodilator, which combined cost him $680 per month. Despite this financial outlay and the prescribed treatments, his leg condition progressively worsened each year rather than stabilizing. The very drugs meant to help were, in fact, exacerbating the problem by forcefully pushing blood through vessels already in a state of ruin, akin to attempting to maintain water pressure through a network of leaky pipes. This created a detrimental cycle. Increased pressure led to more damage, necessitating more drugs and incurring higher costs. The underlying issue was the shredded state of his endothelial walls, leading to a complete cessation of nitric oxide production. The microcapillaries in his feet had collapsed so profoundly and for so long that his body had ceased attempts to re-establish flow. Alarmingly, none of his 3 medications addressed any of these fundamental problems. The turning point came with a simple dietary change. By incorporating 5 specific seeds daily, costing less than 15 cents per serving, a remarkable transformation occurred. Within 6 weeks, his capillary refill time plummeted to a healthy 2.5 seconds. For the first time in 4 years, I could locate his pedal pulse with my fingers, rendering a Doppler device unnecessary. As he sat on my examination table, observing his feet, which were now warm and pink, he became overwhelmed with emotion. These humble seeds had achieved what $680 worth of pharmaceuticals monthly could not. They did not force blood circulation harder, but rather rebuilt the damaged vessel walls. They facilitated the storage of nitric oxide and revitalized capillaries that had been deemed irreparable by conventional drug treatments. The vascular industry, a colossal $34 billion per year enterprise focused on stents and blood thinners, often overlooks the fundamental repair of damaged vessels. This neglect stems from the fact that effective, low-cost solutions like these seeds don't require prescriptions and cost mere cents a day. In this presentation, we will unveil all 5 of these potent seeds, ordered by their power, from least to most impactful. Please remain engaged, as the 3rd seed on our list triggered vascular regeneration so profound that imaging technicians initially flagged the before and after scans as belonging to 2 entirely different individuals. Every supporting reference can be found in the description below. Additionally, I encourage you to share your country of origin in the comments. I personally read and respond to every single one. Now, let us begin with seed number 5. Seed number 5 is instrumental in repairing the internal lining of your leg arteries, a delicate layer that begins to degrade from our 50s onward, a fact that goes largely unaddressed by medical professionals. These are none other than sunflower seeds. While many associate sunflower seeds with casual snacking, perhaps at a baseball game where shells are unceremoniously discarded, individuals over 70 who are concerned about their leg circulation should reevaluate these small powerhouses. Sunflower seeds stand out as one of the most abundant natural sources of vitamin E globally. A mere quarter cup delivers over 82% of the recommended daily intake. The significance of vitamin E for leg health lies in its function as a fat-soluble antioxidant. This means it dissolves in fats and travels through the bloodstream, offering vital protection to blood vessels against damage. Envision your arteries as akin to garden hoses. Over time, they can become rigid, brittle, and obstructed. Vitamin E acts as a protective lining on the interior of these vessels, maintaining their suppleness and smoothness, thereby ensuring unimpeded blood flow. A comprehensive study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2019 followed 356 older adults for a period of 6 months. The participants who consistently consumed vitamin E-rich foods, including sunflower seeds, on a daily basis, experienced a notable 17% improvement in their peripheral blood flow. Peripheral blood flow is the medical term used to describe circulation in the extremities, specifically the arms and legs, which are furthest from the heart. This is a substantial enhancement achieved simply through dietary incorporation of seeds. However, the benefits of sunflower seeds extend beyond their vitamin E content. They are also remarkably rich in magnesium, with approximately 1 ounce providing around 37% of the daily required intake. Magnesium plays a crucial role because it aids in the relaxation of blood vessel walls. When these walls are constricted and tense, blood flow is significantly impeded. Magnesium acts to signal these muscles to relax and dilate, thereby widening the passage for blood. Research conducted by the American Journal of Hypertension found that magnesium supplementation led to a 12% reduction in arterial stiffness among adults over the age of 65. Sunflower seeds provide this essential mineral naturally, negating the need for pills. The optimal method for consuming sunflower seeds is raw and unsalted. While roasted and salted varieties might be more palatable, the high sodium content can counteract the benefits by elevating blood pressure, which is precisely what we aim to avoid. A sensible approach is to consume about 2 tablespoons of raw sunflower seeds each morning. They can be a delightful addition sprinkled over oatmeal, blended into a smoothie, or enjoyed on their own. Some individuals prefer to soak them in water overnight for approximately 8 hours. Soaking serves to break down phytic acid, a naturally occurring compound that can hinder the body's absorption of minerals. Once soaked, the body can more effectively extract greater amounts of magnesium and vitamin E from each seed. After soaking, drain the seeds, pat them dry, and store them in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. Consistency is paramount in this regimen. A single handful consumed sporadically will yield minimal results, but a small, consistent daily serving over several weeks can demonstrably improve blood circulation in the legs. Transitioning to another exceptionally beneficial seed that enhances blood flow through a mechanism many are unfamiliar with, we arrive at number 4, sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are arguably one of the most overlooked foods on the planet. Often relegated to a mere garnish on burger buns, their true potential is rarely recognized. However, within these tiny seeds resides a compound known as sesamin, a veritable powerhouse for the health of our blood vessels. Sesamin belongs to a class of compounds called lignans, which are plant-derived phytochemicals that directly influence how the body manages cholesterol and combats inflammation. In the context of leg circulation, chronic inflammation acts as a silent saboteur. Inflamed blood vessels become constricted, prone to stickiness, and stiff, leading to blood cells clumping together rather than flowing freely. This is the insidious genesis of poor circulation, a condition that deteriorates year after year if left unchecked. A landmark study from 2020, published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, investigated the impact of sesame seed consumption on 48 adults with mild hypertension, characterized by slightly elevated blood pressure. After consuming just 2.5 grams of sesame seeds daily for 60 days, a quantity less than a teaspoon, participants observed an average reduction of 8 points in their systolic blood pressure and 5 points in their diastolic pressure. While these figures might seem modest, in the realm of cardiovascular medicine, a mere 5-point decrease in systolic pressure is associated with a significant 14% reduction in stroke risk. This is a substantial outcome derived from such a minuscule food item. The mechanism by which sesamin exerts its effects is quite fascinating. It functions by inhibiting an enzyme in the liver known as delta-5 desaturase. While the specific name is not critical, what is important is that this enzyme promotes the production of inflammatory compounds within the body. By blocking its action, sesamin effectively reduces systemic inflammation in the blood vessels, allowing them to dilate more readily and facilitating increased blood flow to the legs and feet. Furthermore, sesame seeds are exceptionally rich in copper, A single tablespoon provides approximately 35% of the daily recommended intake of this essential mineral. Copper is indispensable for maintaining the structural integrity of blood vessel walls. Without adequate copper, these vessels become weakened and susceptible to damage. Think of copper as the reinforcing steel within concrete, providing crucial internal strength. The most beneficial way to consume sesame seeds is to lightly toast them in a dry pan over medium heat for about 3 minutes until they achieve a golden hue and release a characteristic nutty aroma. Toasting enhances the bioavailability of sesamin by roughly 20%, meaning your body can absorb more of this beneficial compound. Following toasting, grind the seeds using a coffee grinder or a mortar and pestle. Grinding is essential because whole sesame seeds often pass through the digestive system largely undigested, preventing the body from accessing the sesamin within the intact seed coat. Sprinkle these ground seeds over salads, soups, rice, or vegetables. Aim for approximately 1 tablespoon of ground sesame seeds per day. Alternatively, tahini, which is essentially ground sesame paste, can be used. 2 teaspoons of tahini offer comparable benefits. Store ground seeds in an airtight container in the refrigerator, as the oils in sesame seeds can quickly become rancid when exposed to air. Consistent daily consumption over a period of 4 to 6 weeks should begin to yield noticeable improvements, such as a reduction in leg heaviness and warmer feet, indicative of more effective blood delivery to the extremities. Moving on to the next seed on our list. It possesses a unique attribute that provides something your body desperately needs, but rarely obtains in sufficient quantities. But before we proceed, if you are finding this information valuable, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe, ensuring you hit the bell icon to stay updated on future content. Our third seed is chia seeds. You have likely encountered chia seeds in health discussions, as they have been a popular trend for years. However, most individuals utilize them for their fiber content or weight management benefits, overlooking their most profound contribution: their capacity to dramatically enhance blood flow, particularly for seniors. Chia seeds are exceptionally rich in plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, standing among the world's most potent sources. Just 2 tablespoons contain approximately 5 grams of omega-3s, specifically the type known as alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Your body then converts ALA into EPA and DHA, the same active compounds found in fish oil. These omega-3s exert a remarkable effect on your blood. They render your red blood cells more pliable. Visualize red blood cells as miniature, flexible spheres tasked with navigating incredibly narrow capillaries to deliver oxygen to your leg muscles and tissues. When these cells become rigid, they can become lodged, creating traffic blockages and reducing oxygen delivery. Omega-3s impart a softness and flexibility to these cells, enabling them to effortlessly glide through even the smallest blood vessels. A study published in the journal Nutrients in 2021 followed 62 older adults who consumed 25 grams of chia seeds daily for 12 weeks. At the conclusion of the study, participants demonstrated a 19% reduction in blood triglycerides and a 14% improvement in flow-mediated dilation. Flow-mediated dilation is a precise measurement quantifying how effectively blood vessels can expand in response to blood flow. A 14% improvement signifies that your arteries are literally widening, allowing more blood to reach your legs. This is an astonishing outcome from a seed that typically costs around $3 per bag. Beyond their omega-3 content, chia seeds are also distinguished by their unusually high concentration of quercetin. Quercetin is a plant flavonoid that functions as a natural blood thinner. It prevents platelets, the small cell fragments in your blood responsible for clotting, from clumping together excessively. While platelets are essential for wound healing, an overabundance of stickiness can lead to dangerous clot formation within blood vessels. A 2018 study in the British Journal of Pharmacology Pharmacology revealed that quercetin reduced platelet aggregation by 22% in laboratory settings. Regular, consistent consumption of chia seeds delivers this vital compound directly into your bloodstream over time. The most effective preparation method for chia seeds involves creating a chia gel. Combine 2 tablespoons of chia seeds with approximately half a cup of water in a glass. Stir thoroughly and allow to sit for at least 15 minutes. The seeds will absorb the water, forming a gel-like consistency. This gel is beneficial as it slows digestion, allowing your body to absorb the omega-3s and quercetin more gradually throughout the day, rather than in a single concentrated dose. This gel can be incorporated into smoothies, stirred into yogurt, or mixed with oatmeal. Some individuals even consume it directly with a squeeze of lemon. The key to success is daily consistency. It is imperative to avoid consuming dry chia seeds without adequate liquid, as they can absorb up to 12 times their weight in water and potentially cause digestive discomfort if they expand in the throat or stomach without sufficient fluid. Store your bag of chia seeds in a cool, dark place where they will remain viable for up to 2 years. By committing to this practice for 8 weeks, you can expect to experience a remarkable improvement in leg lightness and energy levels, a testament to enhanced blood circulation to your extremities. Now, the next seed on our list demonstrates an even more rapid effect, supported by research that is truly remarkable. This brings us to number 2. Pumpkin seeds. If any seed deserves the title of a circulation superfood, it is undoubtedly pumpkin seeds. These flattened, green seeds are extraordinarily rich in a nutrient that a significant number of seniors are deficient in: zinc. A 1-ounce serving of pumpkin seeds, roughly a small handful, provides about 20% of your daily zinc requirements. While zinc might not sound like a headline-grabbing nutrient, it plays a pivotal role in what is known as endothelial function. Your endothelium is a thin layer of cells lining the interior of every blood vessel in your body, functioning much like the wallpaper within your arteries and veins. A healthy endothelium is responsible for producing a crucial gas called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is your body's natural vasodilator, a term that simply means it helps to widen blood vessels. Increased nitric oxide production leads to wider vessels, which in turn allows for greater blood flow to the legs. The process is elegantly straightforward. A 2020 study published in the journal Complementary Therapies in Medicine examined the effects of pumpkin seed oil on 73 postmenopausal women experiencing mild hypertension. After 12 weeks of supplementation, the group receiving pumpkin seed oil exhibited a 23% increase in nitric oxide levels and a significant reduction in blood pressure. The researchers noted that the observed improvements in vascular function were comparable to those achieved with some mild prescription medications. This demonstrates a seed rivaling the efficacy of pharmaceuticals. However, zinc is only one piece of the puzzle. Pumpkin seeds also contain substantial amounts of the amino acid L-arginine. Amino acids are the fundamental building blocks of protein, and L-arginine holds particular significance as it serves as the direct precursor for nitric oxide production. Your body utilizes L-arginine as the raw material to synthesize nitric oxide. A study published in the American Heart Journal found that L-arginine supplementation led to a remarkable 66% improvement in walking distance for patients diagnosed with peripheral artery disease over an 8-week period. Peripheral artery disease is a condition characterized by narrowed and blocked arteries in the legs. These patients were able to walk further and experience less pain solely because more blood was reaching their leg muscles. Additionally, pumpkin seeds are a good source of potassium, providing approximately 260 milligrams per ounce. Potassium works in conjunction with magnesium to regulate fluid balance and maintain stable blood pressure. Insufficient potassium levels can lead to sodium retention, causing blood vessels to constrict and blood pressure to rise. Adequate potassium intake helps to reverse this process and supports overall healthier circulation. The most advantageous method for preparing pumpkin seeds is to consume them raw and unshelled, directly from the bag. If you find them difficult to digest, you can soak them in lightly salted water for about 6 hours and then dehydrate them in an oven at 150 degrees for approximately 20 minutes. This process renders them crispy and more easily digestible while largely preserving their nutrient content. Alternatively, cold-pressed pumpkin seed oil can be utilized. A tablespoon drizzled over salads or cooked vegetables delivers concentrated L-arginine and zinc in a highly absorbable form. It is important not to cook with pumpkin seed oil at high temperatures, as its low smoke point means beneficial compounds can degrade rapidly. Aim for 1 to 2 ounces of pumpkin seeds daily, or 1 tablespoon of the oil. Within a few weeks, many individuals report a noticeable warming of their feet and a reduction in leg cramping, both tangible indicators of improving circulation. Everything we have discussed thus far has been impressive, but the number one seed on this list operates on an entirely different level. The scientific evidence supporting it is, frankly, astounding. This brings us to number 1, flax seeds. This is the seed you have been anticipating, and it unequivocally deserves its top ranking. Without exaggeration, flax seeds represent one of the most potent natural tools for enhancing blood flow that scientific research has ever investigated. The body of evidence is not limited to small or questionable studies. It comprises large, rigorous, peer-reviewed clinical trials that have yielded results so dramatic they have altered the perspective of some cardiologists regarding circulation. The seminal study that propelled flax seeds to prominence in cardiovascular health was the flaxseed trial, conducted by researchers at St. Boniface Hospital in Canada and published in the journal Hypertension in 2013. This was a double-blind, placebo-controlled, randomized trial considered the gold standard in medical research. It involved 110 patients diagnosed with peripheral artery disease, the very condition where blood flow to the legs is dangerously compromised. Half of the participants were given 30 grams of milled flaxseed daily, mixed into their food, while the other half received a placebo. After 6 months, the group consuming flaxseed experienced an average reduction of 10 points in their systolic blood pressure. While this is a significant finding in itself, the most profound discovery was related to their circulation. Patients who incorporated flaxseed into their daily diet demonstrated a remarkable 44% improvement in blood vessel dilation response. To reiterate, a 44% improvement in the capacity of their blood vessels to open and allow blood to flow through. The lead researcher, Dr. Grant Pierce, publicly stated that he had never witnessed a dietary intervention produce such significant results in a clinical trial. The secret weapon within flax seeds is a compound called sequoisolericeresinol diglucoside, more commonly referred to as SDG. SDG is a lignin, similar in nature to the sesamin found in sesame seeds, but substantially more potent. When flax seeds are consumed, bacteria in the gut convert SDG into compounds known as enterolactone and enterodiol. These compounds directly mitigate oxidative stress within the blood vessels. Oxidative stress is akin to rust forming on the interior of arteries, damaging vessel walls, triggering inflammation, and contributing to plaque buildup. The SDG-derived compounds act to scrub away this rust, restoring vessel function to its state from years past. Furthermore, flax seeds boast the highest concentration of ALA omega-3 fatty acids among all seeds, even surpassing chia seeds in this regard. 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed provide approximately 3.5 grams of ALA. We have already discussed how omega-3s enhance the flexibility of red blood cells, but flax seeds deliver such a concentrated dose that the impact on blood viscosity becomes measurable within weeks. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that daily flaxseed consumption reduced blood viscosity by 15% in older adults. Blood viscosity essentially refers to how thick and sticky your blood is. thinner blood flows more easily through narrow vessels, thereby delivering more oxygen to leg muscles and tissues. In addition to these benefits, flax seeds are an excellent source of fiber, providing about 4 grams per tablespoon. This fiber binds to excess cholesterol in the digestive system and facilitates its elimination from the body before it can accumulate in the arteries. Over time, this contributes to a reduction in plaque that narrows leg arteries and impedes blood flow. Crucially, the preparation of flax seeds is of paramount importance. They must be ground before consumption. Whole flax seeds will pass through the digestive system largely undigested due to the hardness of their outer shell, which the stomach cannot effectively break down. It is advisable to purchase whole flax seeds in bulk and grind them yourself using a coffee grinder. Grind enough for about a week's supply at a time and store the ground flaxseed in an airtight container in the freezer. Ground flaxseed can quickly become rancid at room temperature as the omega-3 oils oxidize when exposed to air and light. The freezer effectively preserves their freshness and potency. Aim to consume 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flaxseed every single day. It can be conveniently mixed into smoothies, stirred into oatmeal, or sprinkled over soup. The taste is mild and nutty, blending seamlessly with a wide variety of foods. Avoid baking with flaxseed at temperatures exceeding 350 degrees Fahrenheit, as high heat degrades the SDG and omega-3 content. Warm or room temperature foods are ideal for consumption. The flaxseed trial utilized a daily dose of 30 grams, which equates to roughly 2 heaping tablespoons. This is the dosage you should aim for. Some individuals opt to start with 1 tablespoon for the initial week and gradually increase, as the high fiber content can cause bloating if the body is unaccustomed to it. Patience and consistency are key. The flaxseed trial spanned 6 months, and the most significant improvements were observed after the 8-week mark. Be patient, remain consistent, and allow the science to work for you. There is simply no other seed on this planet that possesses such a robust level of clinical evidence for improving blood flow to the legs. In summary, we have explored 5 simple seeds, scientifically proven to aid in opening blood vessels, reducing inflammation, lowering blood pressure, and dramatically enhancing leg circulation. Sunflower seeds offer vitamin E and magnesium. Sesame seeds provide the potent sesamin compound. Chia seeds deliver omega-3s and quercetin. Pumpkin seeds contribute zinc and L-arginine. And finally, flax seeds stand as the undisputed champion, with clinical trial results rivaling those of prescription medications. You do not need to incorporate all 5 simultaneously. It is recommended to begin with flax seeds, given the strength of the evidence. Subsequently, you can gradually introduce 1 or 2 more over the following weeks. Small, consistent, daily habits cultivate profound changes over time. Your legs have supported you throughout your entire life. It is time to provide them with the essential nourishment they deserve. If you found this video informative, please show your appreciation by hitting the subscribe button.